picked me up when I was, what, 13?
Yeah, 12, 13, something like that.
Okay, I'm 68. He picked me up at 13.
Man.
I played with him a lot just by ourselves because he played everything on the B3 organ. Bass line, everybody. Then from there, I put groups together and was blessed to have this guy play in some of my groups. And he'll probably come up and say something, he might not. I could sit there and give you my past. I produced in the church thing. I did the same thing. I came out of church, the midnight musicals, after I came from the clubs. I played in the clubs, as John said. Then the religion thing didn't have drummers, so they hired me out for the midnight musicals. So I was a ringer. So I was taught all by the keyboard players in church. I'm telling you the truth, if it steps on your toes or not. This is reality. So from there, I hooked up with Edwin Hawkins, a lot of different gospel people back in that day. I can name drops, but But out of the gospel thing, then I hooked up with a lot of the black bands where John taught me. John moved on, that's when he was touring, then I came around. So in my world, I picked up a lot of, in the black bands, and when I had a problem with the black bands, maybe it's not a problem, but I seemed like we was just stair-stepping and fighting among ourselves. And I see that with the young people, and when I say church, don't mean them, just the music avenue right now happens to be church. It wasn't in our days. So you can't teach each other if you don't know. So sometimes you gotta get out or bring in ringers to show you what to do, if that makes sense to you. So I'm in these black bands all over, and I thought I wasn't progressing because I'd seen other people who had lighter colors than me, had amplifiers real big, and I was like, the Me Too clause, why couldn't I have it? So I stepped out my boundaries, hooked up the Rock Boys, three-piece rock, long hair, and then learned how they got their amplifiers and learned the audio side and producing and stuff, then brought it back to the village. Then we moved on. Then I put the first, maybe, and John might tell you, the multicultural,
Multiracial.
yeah, multiracial group together, which was way ahead of its time back then. Sly and the Family Stone had it, blah, blah, blah. I copied off him. It worked for me. So anyway, moving after that, then we toured everywhere. Some groups, Champagne, me and Morris Day, Prince, we all hung out together because we was all on the circuit together. So it wasn't so much they was better or nothing. It was just we was hungry. So whoever got the contract, we didn't care. But we was all buddies. Morris used to, tell his stories. Hey, I know this guy named Prince, blah, blah, blah. If I do a song for him, he might throw me a bone to get a contract. I get off drums. I was like, bet. I'll be on drums, you need me, holler. The rest is history. Champagne, Rena Jones, was in my group too. Same thing, she took off with Champagne. I kept producing and recording different groups and stuff like that. So then I had like 11 different bands changing and stuff. Then after that, I kept picking up younger people because it was all old and falling apart. So that's how I picked up Chili at the time. How old were you, Chill?
30.
Okay.
No, I was 21, I believe.
21. And he was already in a mean group. So all I did was borrow somebody else's group. And then we toured, and then, he might express that. But again, we're going to start.
We went to, the first time I ever got to ride on an airplane, we went to University of Kentucky. 50,000 people. Me, him, Bubba, Dave Hoffman.
Mm-hmm. He plays with.
Mike, this guy that used to be a devil worshiper was a preacher then, and he needed a band. He heard us, gone, right off the bat. So that's the first time, and they had to push me out on stage that day. I looked up, and all I could see was people. And then, see, back then you could smoke in those facilities, right? It was crazy. But he was there. That's the reason why I got to go, because of him.
And him. Yeah. So Dave Hoffman, trumpet player, played with
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
Musical.
So a lot of people out of my group played with a lot of famous people. Blah blah. We all keep in contact. Morris, I got a word in for him, cause I, thought maybe I can sneak him down there, but, you have to deal with all the publicity and stuff. So anyway, if Shirley, you wanna say anything, or should we?
Yeah, get on the drum.
Okay,
Well,
there it is.
go back and tell them about that monster we created.
Now get on the
called
drums,
Debbie
man.
Rowe.
Get on the
No,
get
no,
on
no,
the
no.
drums, he said.
Hey, y'all, let's give it up for